The Iron 883 has always held a unique place in the Harley-Davidson lineup. It's the kind of bike that resonates with those who value raw metal, mechanical purity, and minimalist aesthetics. As we step into 2025, the Iron 883 retains that rugged charm while receiving subtle yet significant upgrades that reaffirm its place as a gateway into the Harley experience. The 2025 model doesn't try to reinvent itself. Instead, it sharpens its existing edges and embraces a modern touch without betraying its vintage soul. At the heart of the Iron 883 is the same air-cooled 883cc Evolution V-twin engine, a motor that has become iconic for its visceral character and unmistakable Harley-Davidson rumble. In 2025, the tuning has been refined to meet tighter emission standards without compromising the engine's soul. The throttle response feels tighter, especially in the mid-range, and the exhaust note, though quieter than older models due to regulations, still sounds gritty and genuine. This is a bike that shakes, growls, and pulses under you in a way that many modern motorcycles simply don't. It's not the fastest, nor is it the most refined, but that's exactly what makes it special. The chassis remains largely unchanged, and that's a good thing. The Iron 883's low-slung frame, slammed suspension, and narrow stance offer a compact and aggressive riding position. It sits low to the ground, making it accessible for shorter riders, while still maintaining enough room for taller riders to feel planted. The suspension setup has been slightly tweaked for 2025 with upgraded fork internals and a bit more travel in the rear, helping to soften the blows from potholes and rough roads. Still, this is a bike that prefers smoother asphalt. It communicates every bump and groove back to the rider, but that's part of the Iron 883's analog charm. It's a bike that asks you to be present. The styling remains one of the Iron 883's most compelling aspects. It wears its simplicity like armor, with minimal bodywork, blacked-out finishes, and that iconic peanut tank. For 2025, Harley-Davidson offers new color options including a deep matte olive, burnt copper metallic, and a stealthy graphite gray, all paired with subtle tank graphics that hint at vintage race numbers and garage-built heritage. The wheels are cast aluminum with a machined look, and the tires, chunky Michelin Scorchers, give it a muscular stance that looks ready for anything. Technology has never been the Iron 883's focus, but the 2025 model brings in just enough updates to keep it from feeling outdated. There's now a small digital display embedded in the classic analog speedometer, offering gear position, fuel level, trip meters, and RPM readouts. ABS is standard, and the braking system has been slightly upgraded with a new front caliper and improved pads for more consistent performance. There's no ride modes, no traction control, and no touchscreen, thankfully. This bike is about the ride, the road, and the raw connection between machine and rider. Ergonomically, the 2025 Iron 883 sticks to its guns. The mid-mounted foot controls and drag-style handlebars create an aggressive, slightly forward-leaning posture that suits urban riding in short bursts on the highway. The seat is minimalist but has been recontoured with slightly denser foam for better support. Long-distance comfort is still not its strong suit, but this isn't a cross-country cruiser. It's a bike built for city streets, back-alley shortcuts, and weekend rides with no destination. Every part of the Iron 883 feels purposeful, stripped of anything unnecessary. Performance-wise, the Iron 883 remains modest but satisfying. The 883cc engine produces around 50 horsepower and 54 pound-feet of torque, delivered through a 5-speed transmission and belt. Final drive. It's not going to win any drag races, but the torque is accessible low in the rev range, making it easy to launch from stoplights and carve through traffic. The gear shifts are mechanical and deliberate, adding to the tactile feel of the ride. It's a bike that rewards smooth inputs and confident control. For newer riders, the Iron 883 offers an approachable entry point into the Harley world without being overly intimidating. The manageable weight, predictable power delivery, and compact dimensions make it easy to handle in urban settings. At the same time, experienced riders will appreciate the rawness and old-school feel that modern sport bikes and cruisers often lack. It's a bike that reminds you why you fell in love with motorcycles in the first place, because of the way it feels, the sound it makes, and the connection it fosters with the open road. One area where the 2025 Iron 883 stands out is its customizability. Harley-Davidson knows its audience well, and the aftermarket catalog for the 883 is vast. Whether you want to turn it into a cafe racer, a bobber, or a stripped-down tracker, the platform is endlessly adaptable. Harley has leaned into this with a refreshed line of official accessories in 2025, including new seat options, mini apes, slip-on exhausts, and blackout kits. For riders who want a machine that's as unique as their fingerprint, the Iron 883 offers the perfect canvas. Fuel economy sits around 45 miles per gallon, and with a 3.3-gallon tank, you're looking at roughly 130 to 150 miles per fill-up depending on how aggressive you ride. That might not sound like much, but again, this isn't a cross-country tourer, it's a street prowler. Service intervals remain consistent with previous years, and Harley dealerships continue to offer strong support and availability of parts, which makes ownership relatively hassle-free for those willing to keep up with routine maintenance. There's an undeniable nostalgia baked into the Iron 883. It feels like a machine from a different time, yet somehow still fits into the modern world. In a market flooded with high-tech, high-performance machines, the Iron 883 is a refreshing throwback, a bike that doesn't try to impress with numbers or features, but instead earns your respect with attitude and presence. For 2025, Harley-Davidson hasn't revolutionized the Iron 883, and that's the smartest thing they could have done. It stays true to its identity, polishing the edges just enough to keep it relevant without softening its punch. Riders who choose the Iron 883 aren't chasing spec sheets. They're not worried about 0 to 60 times or cornering lean angles. They're chasing a feeling, the mechanical pulse of a V-twin engine beneath them, the wind in their face, the connection to something visceral and unapologetically real. The 2025 Iron 883 continues to offer that experience, perhaps more honestly than ever before. It stands as a symbol of what riding used to be, and what it still can be, for those who understand that sometimes, less really is more. Whether you're a first-time Harley rider or a seasoned enthusiast looking to reconnect with the basics, the 2025 Iron 883 delivers. It's raw, it's gritty, it's simple, and it's beautiful in all the ways that truly matter.